This is Mojo. He's the mascot and the fearless leader of Mogl.
And then also, one way.
Okay. I think that is possibly something that can be developed.
Here's the Mogl bar. We typically don't drink during weekdays because we probably wouldn't get as much done. But you do have, sort of, it's up to you when you like to drink. But usually after work we'll get together and have a couple cocktails and enjoy some social time together because we work so much. And as you can see, there's people running around with laptops. They're signing up restaurants as we speak. So this is live and in the action. This is the game room. So during breaks, foosball will get a lot of action. We have a very competitive Type A group here. So it gets pretty intense. I personally get pretty intense, but it's a lot of fun over here. We've got more of a lounge area. This is a spin the wheel. If you get a deal, you get different prizes. There's some Nerf guns over there. We definitely love to shoot each other as much as possible. And the gong, of course, which gets banged every time we sign up a new restaurant. Nava's got one too. Get in there.
Come on, baby.
So Mogl pays you to eat and drink alcohol, basically. It's a program that runs at restaurants. It's sort of like right now restaurants do coupons and daily deals and Groupons and things like that. With Mogl, it's a little bit more intelligently based. So the restaurant will offer a cashback percentage off of your bill, but it's based on time of day. So if they have seats available, you might see 10 or 20 or even 30%. But then if it's Friday night and they're packed, you might see 1%. So it helps the restaurants fill seats and give away rewards to do so, but only when they have seats to fill. For you, the consumer, it's a no-brainer. You just get paid cash to eat and drink. But one of the coolest parts about the program is there are no coupons. There are no check-ins on the app. You don't even need a phone or an app or a coupon or anything. It's all powered off your debit or credit card. So if you have a Visa, or MasterCard, or Amex, you can use Mogl. All you have to do is sign up for Mogl. It's free. It takes about a minute. And then link up your cards. You can take a picture of them or just enter in the numbers and you are set. Now you just go around to all the participating restaurants and you get paid to eat and drink.
All right, 10 years ago you sold a financial company for 8 figures. A lot of money. You don't need money anymore to live.
Going through that in the mid-20s and coming into some wealth was for me actually not, it didn't really change my life much at all. In fact, I never really knew what it would do, but early into my sort of life-changing experience, like when I started my first company, I was eating top ramen, and my parents made me pay for half of college and gave me a typewriter to go to college with instead of a computer. So it didn't exactly come from a lot, and yet when I actually came into some wealth, it didn't really change a lot. My friends I'd all known for a long time, so they just thought it was really cool, but they all had jobs when they were 26. So when I first sold it, I just went traveling, and I went to like Indonesia and did all these surf trips that I'd always dreamed of doing. And up until that point, I had only bought a fish tank. I hadn't bought a new car, house, or anything, and but it was a cool fish tank. It was 500 gallons. But that was my big splurge ticket. And then when I was on my trip is when I came to this sort of realization. My first 2 businesses were all about money. I needed to make enough money so I didn't have to live off top ramen anymore, so I could survive. And I was sitting on the beach one day after I'd sort of been by myself for like 3 days and the surf wasn't very big, so I was just kind of sitting around doing nothing, having a few beers, and I was like, this is incredibly boring. Like if all I have to do is travel and party and relax and have fun, and that's cool for a little while, but eventually it actually becomes very unfulfilling and not exciting like being an entrepreneur. It's like you're going to take over the world, and you got to fire all your employees. You're all going to go bankrupt. Oh wait, we raised more money. We're going to survive. Oh wait, that didn't work. We're going to die. And you're just like these highs and lows of just life and death sort of experiences. You're always staring into the abyss of your company failing, but you get these wins that maybe you might make it, and that is so exciting and fulfilling and thrilling. Not to mention the impact that you can potentially make on the world through whatever you're building. It doesn't, just having a life where you don't have to work doesn't even compare. So when I had that sort of epiphany and realized I love building companies, and the bigger the impact, the more exciting, the more it got me, out of bed in the morning, more fulfilled I became.
When you fly, what class do you fly?
I fly regular for the most part, unless I racked up some points, and then maybe I'll splurge every once in a while. But yeah, not too crazy. I do love to eat and drink. I probably eat out, so to speak. I buy food from a restaurant at least 15 times a week. I mean, breakfast, lunch, and dinner many days. Yeah.
What kind of car do you drive?
So I drive a Tesla. That's actually been the first kind of cool sports car that I've spoiled myself with. Before that, I had the same car for like 12 years, and it was embarrassing to say. It was a Hummer I bought back in 2003 that my tax accountant said I needed to buy because it weighed a lot. It was a tax credit. So I get to work at, I wake up at 7 and I'm working in my brain, even though I'm showering and doing other things. I'm thinking about work. And I probably get home around sometimes as early as 7, sometimes as late as 9 or 10. So that whole period in there is work. But on the weekends, I do like to spend time with friends and turn my brain off.